Welcome to the Queen Kim Real Talk. Hashtag, I'm going to keep it 100. Y'all come on in, come on in. Y'all already know who I have tonight. Y'all saw the flyers. Grammy nominated. Hey, BENITO. Y'all come on in. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get on in here. And while y'all doing that, I'm going to tag in some groups and also want my guests to tag some people. BENITO, while he waiting off, tag some people, get them on in here. And I'm going to tag and share in some groups also. Y'all welcome to the Queen Kim Real Talk. And just let your girl do what your girl do. I got to get people in here. Hope everybody had a great day. Like, share, tag, and follow me on my YouTube, Queen Kim 100. Follow me on my Instagram, Queen Kim 100. And also follow me right here if you haven't, if you're not. Follow me on my Queen Kim Facebook page. Okay, now I got to go over to my other page. Welcome to the Queen Kim Real Talk. I'm just tagging and sharing. Y'all do the same. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in. Just give me a few more seconds. How's everybody day? Y'all come on in, throw some hearts up, and also, hey, make a comment. Y'all don't be scared. Don't be hiding off. Say hey to the artist BENITO. He's coming up. All right, I got my girl Anissa Ward. Shout! Oh my God! Shout! Salute to everything you do. Anissa Ward is in the building, baby. Stand up, promoter. The best up out here. The best out here. Thank you for coming in, tuning on in. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah, I hope everybody had a blessed day. I just got to share it on my other page. Sometimes I forget, but I can't forget tonight. I'm coming. And BENITO, yeah, while you hiding off, yep, get them on in here. We're going to listen to some great music. This man has been making, writing. I ain't going to talk. I ain't going to talk. Let me just do this here right quick. Let me do this right quick. I am coming. Y'all get y'all feet propped up. Because this is going to be a bad one right here, baby. It's going to be a bad one right here. I know I'm taking my time. I'm getting it. I'm coming. All right, I think I got enough. They'll see it. I think I got enough. All right, I think I'm ready. Y'all come on in. Yes, yes. Y'all welcome to the Queen Kim Real Talk. Grammy nominated song artist, writer, artist,
Yeah,
BENITO Glosson.
yeah, yeah.
Come on in, come on in. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Queen. How you doing today, love?
I'm doing wonderful myself. You're looking all debonair, like you should.
Try to keep it that way, you know.
That's right. That's right. I gotta make sure I turn my phone off right quick. I just got to silence it. because I don't need no distractions.
Come on with it, girl.
I don't need no distractions. Now, I just got one question. I got a couple of questions, but this the main one. You
Yes.
ready to keep it 100?
Come on with it, Kim.
All right, okay. Let me see. I might push you up a little bit. I like to see that far out view, but now we finna get the close up because we finna get close up and personal
Whatever you want to do.
with your
Let's
boy.
go.
All right. Yeah. Now, let me see if I'm gonna speak. Lady Boss Evans, welcome, welcome. We
Yeah,
about to
that's
ready
Ruston,
to rock and
Louisiana right
roll.
there. Ruston, Louisiana.
So,
Definitely a great supporter.
you see, you speaking? Oh, I was hearing you talking. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now, when Benito, when I first saw you personally, when I first saw you on the Facebook, and I knew you was an artist, and so I'm going to say that this first, and I saw you in Southern Soul. Didn't quite know who you was, and so I was looking. Then one day you posted a video. It was an old throwback video. And I said, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that was my girls, 357. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you in it. Well, I didn't know it was you at the time. And so I said, oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite videos. And so when you came on, when it was your part, I'm say, wait a minute. Look, you know how you got to do like, put your head,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, oh my God, that's the main MC Hammer. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into all of that. But first off, let everybody know where you're from, city and state.
My name is Benito. I'm the teddy bear of Southern Soul, but they can call me Zaddy. I reside now, El Dorado, Arkansas. El Dorado is my home, but I was born and raised in Louisiana. Born in Monroe, Louisiana. Monroe, Louisiana, stand up, baby. Yeah, but we moved to Arkansas when I was 5 years old. So I represent both states.
Oh, good. Awesome. Awesome. And I did not know that. Man, it's going to be a lot of stuff I don't know and my audience don't know. We just going to be surprised. Our mouths going to be open like, hey, but that's what this interview is about, is the getting to know Benito,
Yeah,
all about Benito. Yes, and we're gonna embrace it, everything. Now let's take it back a little bit, because I want to talk about your church background, how it got started, how young you was, and your family. Can you talk about that a little bit in the church, and what how old you was, and also talk about your family?
Um, everybody pretty much in the South was reading the church, the good old days. I started singing in the church choir when I was 8 years old. And I think I was right about 9 or 10 when I did my first solo in church. The whole crowd at the same Nito, they didn't know me as Benito. Well, they knew me as Benito, but they called me Nito. So, that's my nickname in my community, a church called Pleasant Hill. And that's the community I grew up in from 0 to 5. Pleasant Hill, Louisiana. It's also the home of my kinfolk, Kiko Pryor. Kiko Pryor, I grew up right on the corner from him. He was a kid when I was almost 12, 13 years old, but he still was a baby. But we grew up in the same area, come up around the same area.
All right. Shout out to Kiko Pryor.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's him.
Now you're the only boy in the family.
Yeah, yes. I got 6 sisters. I have 6 sisters. I have Shanfrey, Sheena, Tuki, Becky, Latuana, Daedra. Yeah, 6 sisters.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm the
I,
only boy. So
I
you
know
can imagine how they went coming up.
they called you.
I'm the oldest though, but yeah, you can say that.
For real? You the firstborn?
I'm the oldest, yes, out of everybody. Yes.
Get out of here.
So I
Okay.
grew up in a house full of women. I grew up in a house full of women. Yes.
Okay. So should I say you know how to treat a woman?
Yes, that. And I was very managed too. No.
Oh, exactly.
I did what boys do. Yeah, I was a true boy. Ain't nothing but about me, baby. Believe that. I
Yeah.
am an alpha male. I'm a Scorpio. I'm an alpha male. All the way. All the way, honey. All the way.
Oh, Scorpios. Oh yeah, we don't want no bites. We don't want no bites. Shout out to Patricia, Miss Pat Later Soul. She's rocking with us tonight. Salute
Miss
her.
Pat. Get it, Miss Pat.
Oh, she
Yeah.
getting it, baby. She getting it.
Yeah.
Shout out to
She had
everybody
that
too.
premiere the other day, right? She had the premiere of her movie the other day, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Telling
that's
you,
what's up.
awesome job. Y'all check that movie out. Miss Pat is in there, baby. She playing Mama. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, I ain't gonna say Miss Pat. Put in the name that the grandmother name that you played in inner city, and then type in the name of the movie Inner City Blues and where people can catch it on Tubi. That's how we do it over here. We
That's
take
what's
care
up.
of our artists. That's
That's
right.
what's up.
That's what's up, baby. That's
Yes,
right.
yes,
Mama
yes.
Dixie. Y'all got to check it out. Mama Dixie wasn't playing up in there. Have you, and
Hmm.
speaking of any acting and stuff, have you did any of that?
Yes, I did a movie back in the day that never got released through Warner Brothers. I was featured and I played myself Benito the singer. That's when I was doing my R&B. And it was called Radio Renegades. And it was done by Warner Brothers and a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Movies with me, Guy Torrey, Big Les, Joe Torre, and I can't think of the other guy's name. Is another actor, but I played myself. It was a lucky thing because one of the guys supposed to play the part, something happened or whatever, and they called me at the last minute to come through, and I was like, "Yo, man, I love to be in the movie." So I got a chance to do my part, but it never got released though. But
Oh, right.
I did it. I did it.
You got to
Yeah.
get back. You got to get back into it. You got to get back
But you
into it
know
because
what?
it's so
You
many.
know what though, Miss
Yeah, go
Kim,
ahead.
not cutting you off. Doing videos are nothing but miniature movies. That's all
Yeah,
they are. So
I seen
I've
some of
done at least 15, 16, 17, 18 videos, of my own, as well as all the videos I did with Hammer back in the day. But go ahead. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I did. They are like a little premature video. Right.
Yes.
You're right. Absolutely. So now let's talk about because you mentioned this unusual name you have, Benito. Where did it come up? Where did it come from?
My dad named me Benito. My daddy name is Benny, and his father was named Benny. My great grandfather name was Benny Senior. My daddy's Benny Junior. And he just thought that me being Ben, he said Benito. I'm gonna name him Benito. So I'm Benito. I was like, okay. When I was younger, I really didn't like my name because I used
Oh
to
yeah.
get made fun of a lot. They called Benito Burrito, Benito Santino. It was always a Mexican thing, but I embraced my Hispanic side or whether heritage or whatever it was, all that, because we all mixed up. We all got a splash of Indian in us and all of that, because right now I'm on a whole nother level of vibration, if you know what I mean. And I understand my element and where I come from and who I really am on this earth as a person. So I
Oh
understand and
wow.
I embrace that.
All
Amen.
right. Yeah, because hey, you don't see too many teddy bear Benitos. We
No.
embracing we embracing it. We loving it. Y'all throw some
Yeah.
hearts up for Benito. He is rocking
Appreciate
on in real talk. Oh, we
it.
finna
Yes.
get all the juice, all the
Come
juice,
on with
all the info.
it.
Now take us now you in high school, was it some talent shows? I know you was an all-American. Talk
Yes,
about
ma'am.
all-American a sports player.
Uh, I was a football player. I played football. I was a linebacker. I got recruited by a lot of colleges around the nation. I could have went to, Notre Dame, Arizona State, UC, USC was looking at me. I had a lot of different colleges looking at me coming up. Being from a small town like El Dorado, Arkansas, back then the coaches weren't really doing what they had to do. You get to do stuff on your own, sending
Oh
your
wow.
own reels, your tapes, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of schools in Arkansas wanted me, but I wound up going down to Grambling State after I had a situation with a school in Arkansas that didn't work out. They told me some untruths about my scholarship that I had, and then that's what they do a lot of times. They get you there, then they try to change up on you. And
Yes.
I wasn't about to do no work study, none of that kind of stuff to work my scholarship. You had me, you recruited me for 4 years. I want my 4 year ride, and they reneged and I reneged. But my mother let me make that decision. So, and when I went down to Grambling State University, Eddie Robinson had to walk on, because I wasn't recruited. They had all them guys out of Texas and California and all that. So, it was what it was. But I wound up finding my career there at Grambling State.
That's
So
what's up. Now,
everything started for
I'm
me.
a Southern University. Go Jags. You ain't had to
Go,
come over that way, but hey,
go Tigers.
we understand,
GSU
and that's
rocks
how you
the
gonna do it.
house.
Okay, all right. Y'all need to throw that SU in the house. Throw them SU fans up. But I
Salute to
understand.
all HBC schools around the nation, baby. We love them all. We love them all. It's all about us.
Oh, somebody else shouting out that GSU. All right, okay. We go. But I understand, because that's where your journey began. But before we
Yes,
talk about that at Grambling State, you also did another. I found very interesting. I definitely want to talk about that high school pole vault. Is that what that's called?
how you find out about that?
I want to talk about that because I heard.
Yes, I still currently hold the record here in El Dorado, Arkansas. Well, for my area for the highest jump. I did the pole vault. I know a lot of people look at me now and say, "Boy, how you do a pole vault?" I was slim and trim. Like I said, I was a linebacker, but I was a big guy. I was right under like 185, maybe 190 on a good day. But I was strong and I was streamlined and I got into pole vaulting. I mean, I ran track and all that kind of stuff. Did sprints, but there were guys that were faster than me. So I want to pick something that I was good at and I like to do because I always like to climb trees and all that kind of stuff when I was a little boy and do adventurous stuff, Eva Knievel stuff, skin your knee up, hurt your leg, almost, not breaking anything, but getting hurt, I was a daredevil. So I tried it and I liked it. And a guy by the name of Michael Kidd, he trained me on how to do the pole vault, showed me the technique. After that, it was like natural to me. I got it. I wound up winning the state championship. It's one of the highest heights for a brother because, wasn't nobody else doing it but me back
Uh-huh.
then.
Uh-huh.
And it was a great achievement. Yes, I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Pole
just
vault is
found
my
that
thing.
so. I found that very interesting, and that's where you are running with the stick.
Yes, you run down a runway with a stick, and you got to have speed, strength, and agility to be able to go over the top of that pole. You turn your body. Your body's upside down. Your feet is in the air, and your head is turned toward the ground. And you use your upper body to bend the pole with one arm and pull back with the next, and let your body weight drop down. The pole does the rest. And it thrusts you into the air. Your feet go over, and you got to turn and twist in the air and throw your pole back and turn around and fall on your back.
Wow, now that's talent. That's
Yes,
talent right there. Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, take us back. We was talking about Grambling State, and
Yes.
that's actually how if you didn't go to Grambling, you wouldn't be Benito, the artist, and Grammy nominated. But take us on that journey.
Um, I went back down to Grambling State University in 1989, and one of my best friends, I came home. He already told me, he said, "Man, MC Hammer, my cousin." And like we from the South, the country, like, man, Hammer ain't your cousin. Spit line. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't believe him. But he had looked on the back of one of the albums. That's when Hammer had out Pumps in the Bump and all those other records. Let's Get It Started. He was doing that already. I was like, Hammer ain't your cousin. We used to watch BET all the time too. So, we did the dances and, we thought
Yes.
we could dance real good and all that good stuff, right? So he like, man, he said, he is my cousin. I talked to my other cousin, which is Hammer's brother named Chris Burrell. And just to let people know, a lot of people don't know this. Hammer people are all from Bastrop, Louisiana.
Okay.
They're from Bastrop. And he talked with them, and they said, well, we coming to Grambling for Grambling's homecoming this year. And my friend was like, man, for real? He said, yeah. He said, well, I want to get with you and Hammer. He said, okay, cool. We had no idea that Hammer's going to do an audition or anything like that.
Okay.
So when they did come to town, we was out there on the courtyard at Graham and right by the queues. And they came to on them buses and we ran down into the buses or whatever. And Hammer's brother got off the bus, Chris, and my friend Jimmy went up to him and talked to him and said, "Man, are you Chris?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm Jimmy. Ooh, I'm your cousin." And they went from there. He's like, "Man, where's Hammer at?" He said, "He on this bus right here." He took us on the bus. We met Hammer and everything. I wasn't really starstruck or nothing though, because I was like, I didn't really expect nothing from it. But then my
Okay.
partner put me on the spot. He said, "Yo, Hammer, this is my friend. He can sing." And he's like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "I tell you what, you can sing so well. Come to the we got an audition tonight over at back in Monroe at the Holodome. They were saying the
Okay.
Holodome Hotel right there in Monroe off I-20. He's like, come over there and we're gonna do the audition. I'm see what you got. Had no idea, you know. And after we watched the show and everything, it was 357, Ace Juice, Heavy D, Hammer, and Guy. And they finished the show, went back to Monroe, and I was scared. I was the last person. I was the last person to perform or to audition,
Okay.
and I was like, man, I was scared. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to leave, but I wound up doing it. And Hammer stopped me in the middle of my audition. He called Teddy Riley downstairs and told him to come check me out. And Teddy was in there with him, and they told me to sing again. I was singing um, "Goodbye Love" by Guy. That's the song I sung because I loved Guy at the time.
What?
And Teddy
Uh-huh.
said, "Hammer." Teddy Riley said, "Hammer, if you don't sign this kid, I'm gonna sign him to New Jack
Ah,
Swing." And Hammer's like, "No, no, 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 don't worry about it. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him." He said, "Man, Benito, you made records before?" I said, "No, sir." He said, "Well, welcome to Busted Records." I,
welcome to
I was like,
Busted.
"Wow,
That's how
yeah,
you do it. Welcome to Busted Record.
yeah, welcome to Busted Records." And I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Wow, man." I said, "Man, I don't believe you got to call my mama." Because you understand, I was
Now,
19 years old. I was a kid.
now,
I was 19.
what song did you perform?
Goodbye Love by Guy.
Oh, you know what? No, 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 no. Let me hear it. Because I heard you sound.
I was
That's what I
prepared to
want to
sing
say.
tonight, Miss Queen. Even though I hate to leave, girl, for I cried as I walked out that door. Temptation is asking me to stay, but we've been through the same thing before. I can't believe that this is happening to us. We made vows to never depart. No, I turn my head to. Okay, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop.
it's that war. It's that war. You do sound. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hear it.
But
Y'all feeling that?
I was much younger then, and my
Uh-huh.
voice was much crispier then, and even stronger. And that's what got me signed to Busted Records / Capital with MC Hammer.
Awesome. Y'all throw some
Yes.
hearts up. My artist, I mean the artist Benito singing. Hey, everybody don't like to sing off, but I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. I'm
One,
honored, yeah,
one
that you
thing
sung.
about me, Miss Queen, is that I sing for real. I can sing with music or without. A lot of artists can't sing a cappella, or they got to have a record behind them to do what they do. Not knocking nobody, not talking
That's
down to
true,
nobody.
though.
It's a God given talent, and being able to hear yourself and the notes that come out your mouth. Because some performers and singers I see, they're tone deaf. They can't hear the sound, and their tone is off. That's an art you get over years of learning music and learning how the skills and everything else. Because I did learn a lot of that too. I was just a natural born singer. It came from raw talent, which my family sung, and my grandmother to my mother and everybody else. So that's where I got it from, inheritance.
So you consider your voice is an instrument.
Yes, most definitely.
Mhm.
Before I did what I did with Hammer, I was back in high school. I was a beatbox champion too. I used to
Oh,
beatbox. I don't do it no more. But what I learned from the beatboxing is that you emulate sounds with your mouth, and it's the same way as a producer makes sounds. Like a lot of times now, when I produce my records, I like to
okay.
customize with my producers because I know what I want to hear. A lot of times I don't take the song they give me. We try to customize the song together to make it what it is because I hear certain sounds and melodies in my head and I can emulate it to them. I can't play physically with my fingers, but I can tell you what I want you to hear. Like one of my other hit records, I told a producer, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and it came together and came beautiful.
All right. Now talk about when it did hammer and you signing on the dotted line, busted record. What was that? What was that feeling? How did that contract happen? How did it go? Did you know
Well,
what you
first
was
of
doing?
all,
Did you know what you was doing? Did you have help?
no, I was a kid. I was 19 years old with an opportunity to go on a world tour with someone and do what I come to love. And like I said, I was an athlete. My vision at the time before I signed with Hammer was if I don't make it in football as a pro, playing professional football on Sunday, I'm gonna try this out and try my thing. And it was a gamble I made with my life, and it paid off. It paid off very tremendously. And um, I'm just thankful to God I got that opportunity. But I understand now that all things that happen for you in your life are not, you know, just by luck, anything like that. These are things that are set, destined for you, and a lot of times you walk into it, you know. And it was truly a blessing. You know, I hear people say all the time, "Well, you blessed, you got it." No, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. And a lot of things you can speak upon yourself also, because we have the power. This right here has the
Right.
power to speak life and speak death. So if you speak it enough, you can manifest it upon yourself. And I'm a true believer of that, and I have been that way for years and years.
Amen. That's right. Shout out to Dwayne Wilkes, Mr. Hot Topic in the building. Any
What's up,
artists,
hot topic?
yeah, any
Yeah,
artists
yeah.
tuning in. My
That's
cousin
what's up.
Rose Lewis,
I
thank you for
appreciate that.
tuning in with the teddy bear,
Yes,
Benito
ma'am.
Glosson. And y'all follow him on his Facebook page, which is also his real name, Benito Glosson. And his YouTube page is Benito Glosson. And we
And my
chilling with
TikTok page.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
rocking and rolling with him. We might play a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
bit. Let's stop. Let's play a song right quick. Just a little snippet.
Yeah. Clear snippet.
What song you wanna
Come
we
on
ain't
with
gonna
my
do
hit.
you know we're
Gay
gonna do the
swinging.
black. We're gonna
Come on swinging. Come on with my biggest record in Southern Soul right now, which is 10 million streams worldwide. Come on.
you wanna go?
Guatemala.
What time is 8:30? Okay, I say that for last because you know why? Because I gotta
Uh,
keep them in here.
they ain't going nowhere. They got it. They want to hear what I got to say.
Okay, all right. You
Got
wanna
something
come
to
on?
say.
All
So
right,
come on.
we're coming on. We're coming on with it. He want it. I'm finna give it to him. Y'all wanna hear it? I already know. That's what y'all came in here for.
That's what's
To
up.
hear that to hear the song because they know they might have this year Benito. Come on, it's my boy Benito on the Queen Kim Real Talk, Guatemala. This song is dedicated to all the sexy ladies of the world. Can I tell y'all a story? See, y'all ladies out there, y'all do this me, and I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can. Check this out. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about. I tell you now. Say that girl, she's looking sexy fine. She's got on them sexy high heels and jeans, yeah, y'all. Got a cock bag just like a shotgun. See, it kinda look like a single ball of fish. With two nickels on it, yeah. It'll drive it, man, damn crazy. Good Lord. I said, I sure do damn want it. I looked at baby girl and she looked back at me. She makes a face of making me fall out to my knees. She's got that Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Yeah, girl, you got a Guatemala. Listen. See, your ladies out there, y'all don't like to play fair. Walking around with those pretty feet
looking sexy as hell. It ain't no shame in your game when you wear them legs and no jeans. The way you shake it, baby, makes a man like me say, ooh, wee. All this other younger staring right here in front of me. See, y'all women know exactly what a man wants to see. Never disrespect you, baby, and I think that you should know. Guatemala is a new name for the camel toe. I looked at baby girl and she looked back at me. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Yeah, girl, you got a Guatemala. Oh, yeah. Man, it's something about a lady that steps out, man, got the pretty feet and the toenails done, you know what I'm saying? With those them leggings pulled back and that yaya back there, smelling like Bath and Body Victoria's Secret. Ooh, Guatemala, you got a Guatemala. Yeah. You got a Guatemala. Come on, baby. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Oh, yeah. Guatemala. They got a Guatemala. They got a Guatemala. Make me shake my head. Guatemala. Guatemala.
Woo!
Yeah.
You know that was a
Yeah.
hit. You know that was a hit. You made it. Now you got to tell us how you came up with it. Run it down.
Well, I came with the concept of record. I was down in New Orleans, the NO, with a friend, and she had took her son to go see the Saints. And I went, my daughter stays in New Orleans, over in West Bank. So I went to go visit my daughter, my grandkid, my grandsons and my granddaughter. And on the way back the next day, she was riding, I'm driving back. I'm looking over in my passenger seat. And she had them leggings, them tight y'all women like to wear all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had them on, and them thighs was up there, and she had them pulled back. Like I said in the song, pulled back and cocked back like a shotgun. And I said, "Girl, what is that?" I said, "Girl, is that a Guatemala? That's a Guatemala. Oh my God!" And I said, "Is that all you?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Girl, I'm gonna write a song about that. Hold on." I grabbed my phone and I pushed on phone record. I said, "Girl, you got a Guatemala. Girl, you got a Guatemala. Oh yeah, girl, you got a Guatemala." She said, "You better not write no song about me. You better not put no." I said, "It's already done." when I came home, I put the song together. I mapped it out how I wanted to go, and I called up the super producer, Slack Track, out of Shreveport, and Slack Track gave me a date to come down. I sat down with Slack and I put it together. I stole a little part from my good friend LJ Eccles that did them horns. Dun, 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 dun. LJ used that a lot. He used that a lot of his music, so I wanted that in there. And I told him the drum pattern I wanted. Dooch, 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 dooch. I was on stage like I'm performing it live, and I was like dun 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 dun. So there you go. We put it all together, and Slack Track told me before I left. He said, "Man, it's gonna be a hit record." I said, "You think so?" But I tell you this too. One of my mentors, the one and only TK Soul. TK had told me I had two records out. I had two records out before that in Southern Soul. And TK was like, "Your other two records, they cool, B, but they're not really Southern Soul records." He said, "Southern Soul is like this. People in Southern Soul like to party. They like to drink and party and have fun. So you need a party record. You need some up-tempo to bring you out. I mean, because you come from the other side, man. You came from the R&B side. So now you're over in Southern Soul. They like to party all the time. They like to get down and sing them blues. So come up with a blues record." When I let TK hit, he told me that too. He said, "You're going to be eating off this record for the next couple of years. It's going to keep you working and keep your show." The TK, that's the man. He said, you're gonna be eating off the song for a couple of years, Benito. It's a good record. It's a good record. I said, "I appreciate it." from the hit maker. So the rest is history. Right now it's over 10 million streams worldwide. You know, Spotify. Um,
Yes.
DistroKid is my distributor. I just thank God. I didn't sell that many records when I was with Hammer and by my solo career. You
Come
know,
on,
so
man.
everything now is digital. Everything is digital now. This is my biggest record, and I won an award off of it back in December at the AMGs in Atlanta, Georgia, with Uncle Verge's AMG Awards. I won Most Underrated Artist of the Year for Guatemala. So I'm very proud and thankful for that. One of my first award in Southern Soul.
Awesome. Correct. Congratulations. There's many more coming, many more. You just keep
Yes,
making them hits. Keep making them
ma'am.
hits.
Yes,
Y'all throw
ma'am.
some hearts up for Benito. That's Guatemala got us. It's a banger. It is a banger. Mr. Live, salute to Mr. Live in
Mr.
the
Live on
building.
here.
Mr.
Mr.
Live,
Live, what's up, boy?
you still in the house, Mr. Live?
Mr. Live got a new record out now called
Baby,
Strong
that's what
Spoken
I want to
Woman.
that's what I want to talk to him about that new record. He can't just be throwing nothing like that on us. That's a hit. Mr. Live, you in here. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a bad one. We listening to Benito Glosson. Benito Glosson is a former artist from Busted Records, from MC Hammer back in the 90s, songwriter, artist. He's also a Grammy nominated artist. Let him know from what song you got that Grammy nomination.
It was a combination of songs on the Too Legit to Quit album. I sung on 7 records and I was featured on 5. And I'm thinking it's the record Gaining Momentum, which I co-wrote with Hammer on that record. That's the one that won the Grammy on. But when you win Grammys, what it is, it's a collaboration. If any song on the album, anybody that had anything to do with the album, they all win a Grammy. You get a
Okay.
plaque, you get all of that, you get all that kind of stuff. When I was moving from California back home, my plaque got lost somehow. I don't know how it got me because I was keep holding on to that. And
What?
my platinum 10 million plaque, yeah, it got. I didn't say it got stolen, but it got misplaced though. But I'm trying to find a company who made it to duplicate me and make me another one because I am accredited on there, for Capitol
Yeah,
Records.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, find that, man. I'm a trophy person. Yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Live, just put that song, Strong Stroking Woman. Baby, if y'all hadn't heard it, please go and show him some support because that song is bad. Almost remind me of Guatemala. Mr. Live, I'm gonna be talking to you real soon. You gonna get an invitation because I need to talk to you about that song. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you. And salute, brother. Keep making that good music.
That's right.
That's how we do it here over the Queen Kim Real Talk. We shout you out. You make good music, I'm gonna shout you out. That's how we keep it 100 over here. All right. Yes. Now, Benito.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
with the R&B side, and you move now with Southern Soul. How many years you been in Southern Soul?
This month makes 4 years.
4 years.
Back in 2019, that's when I first came on the scene. And the situation was when I went down another time to see my daughter. My daughter was like, "Daddy, you still singing?" I'm like, "Yeah, here and there. I'm doing shows, off my R&B stuff." She said, "Well, Daddy," he said, "you ought to do this thing called Southern Soul." I like, "Southern Soul? What is that?" Because I didn't know. I had no idea. She said, "Daddy, it's a dude out right now down in New Orleans. He hot. He got the hottest song in the country. His name is Pokey Bear." I said, "Pokey Bear?" I said, "That name sounds funny." So she's like, she said, "Listen, this is a song right here." She played it for me, and it was Side Piece. I said, "What?" I said, "They like that reggae?" He said, "Daddy, they love this. I mean, they going. It's a different market." They said, "Daddy, I know you can kill it. You're an older man now. You can do this with your eyes closed." I said, "Baby," I said, "Okay, I'll check into it. I'll see what's up." And then I started gradually listening to other records because I knew who Sir Charles Jones was. I knew the Bobby Blue Blands and the Bobby Rushes and all of them, but I didn't know the new cats on the scene. Pokey was blazing back then. I listened to a couple other songs Pokey had. I was like, wow, he getting it. And I started listening to other artists like Adrian Bagger. That's my homie over there. And
Right.
Adrian in VR, right? He in Baton Rouge, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. He
Yeah.
He's in the area. Yes.
Yeah, my peoples and Tyreek Neal and everybody. I knew about Jackie Neal because she came here years ago, before her untimely death. But she came here and performed, and she was hot back then in the day, because my cousin here, Mr. Mike Productions, he throws a lot of blues shows. He about 20 some years in now, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I knew some of them was, but I didn't know the records hit like that because I never really liked blues. I didn't, even coming up. Coming up as a little boy in the house, mama be playing music on Saturday. Get up, gotta clean up the house now, come on. With that fantastic and the pledge, wiping down the cabinets and everything, gotta make sure the house clean, vacuuming the floors, taking out the trash, raking leaves, all that,
You
all the stuff
already
that we
know.
used to do as kids, making us better people that we are today. Cause these kids today, all they do is sit in their room on their phones and their tablets and on them video games on TV. They don't do no work. You ask them to do some work, you got to almost beat them to death to do something.
They don't
But
know nothing about that. They don't know
all these
nothing
things,
about it.
all of those things taught us to have greater values about who we are and made us better people and able to be able to handle society better. But yeah, that's what it was about. That's how I learned about Southern Soul. So after that, I did my first record. It was called Baby I'm Sorry. And it's a record and a video I did with my sister, my biological sister, LaTwana, the one that's right behind me. And I did it with Lady Q, you know,
Okay.
Lady Q from Lumberjack. She had a hot record at the time, and I chose her as being my wife in the video. And she
Oh,
caught me cheating with another woman, and we put the plot and everything together. And my producer and film videographer by the name of Michael Young Studios, he's done like 13 videos for me. The brother's phenomenal, phenomenal.
13 videos.
He shot over 13 videos. And we also, year before last, I did a documentary. I don't know if you've seen it or not yet, but I did a documentary called BENITO, after MC Hammer story, Life After MC Hammer. And we
Okay.
won Independent Film of the Year with the New York and the LA Film Festival for independent films documentary. We won first place out of thousands and thousands of entries. So that was very impressive. I know that Hammer situation played a big part in it, but we won.
Yeah, that's all right though. You won.
That's all that
But,
matters. That's all that matters. We won.
and speaking about the Hammer situation, because that's a question I'm finna come back to. But let me bring it back, rewind a little bit. Um, when you got the, I don't know if you got the call or when y'all met up, did they have a meeting when he had to separate? Everybody had to separate. When Hammer was no longer, it was no more MC Hammer touring, none of that. Did they call a meeting or did you get
Yes,
a
yes.
phone call?
No. We had a meeting with everybody. You talking about when he went hey now he go hey
Now I'll
hiatus.
tell you how it
Um,
went.
when he shut it down, when he filed bankruptcy. That's what you're talking
Uh,
about?
yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
right. But this is right before he did it though. He called a meeting. We came back from across seas in Europe, and he told all the artists that was on the label at the time that by that time I had been there 4 years, about 4.5 years already. He said, I'm gonna give the label to my brother, Louis Burrell. He's gonna take Busted Records. Y'all still sign the Capitol. He said, but I want to do something different. I want to go another journey, another road. And that's when he went out and he signed DRS, which Lamar Lumpkin.
Yeah, that's the homie, my home. No,
Yeah, this is for my
no,
homies. Yeah,
homies.
he wound up signing them out of Sacramento in LA. And he signed them and them boys blew up. They sold over 1 million records off that record. This is for my homies. And the Hammer was on a whole nother page. But we was all over there for like another year before Lewis said that most of y'all, I'm shutting the label down and y'all gonna find out what y'all gonna do for the rest of your life or whatever. A lot of people was like heart struck and they didn't know what they were, oh my God. But I was more like, I knew I was a credible artist, I could make it. So Lewis was like, Benito, I'm gonna shop you with some other labels and get you signed or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So I wound up staying there in Fremont for like another 3-4 months. And I
Okay.
decided to come back home, back south. And I said, I'm gonna go home for a little while, just clear my head and relax, get my head together, and I'll go back. And I did. I came home for about 3 or 4 months, and I wound up going back to LA and was out there shopping my stuff myself. And I wind up going through a little slump. My car got stolen,
Oh no.
and Yeah, and the woman that I was dealing with, she went to the movies, and we went to the movies together. My car got stolen, so I was like, man, I didn't have my transportation, so I was really like stuck. I was like, man, can't be out in LA without no car. And they wound up finding it a couple days later. I had a Mustang, a convertible Mustang, 5.0. It was clean too. It had Dayton's on and everything. But when I found it, when they showed it to me, it was stripped down. They got me. They got me. Uh, and
Yes.
I wound up staying with her for about 2 months, and I couldn't take it. I said, man, I got to go back home, get myself together. I got to regroup, buy me another car or something. I got to go home, get myself, because LA expensive. You know, Los Angeles is very expensive. You just can't be out there just doing what you want to do. And I was I wouldn't say I was on a Hollywood tip, but you know, you want to keep that persona going when you got all that money. You want to stay like that because you know you buying this and buying that. And so when I came back home, everything was cheap to me here, you know.
Okay.
So I was balling out of control, and I had to slow down and say, "Hey, wait a minute, that
That ain't like
56,000 got down to
yeah.
20 some thousand now, bro. You just spent a lot of money. You know what you doing? You know." So I wound up staying there for like another 6 months, and deja vu, lightning struck again, and I wound up moving back to LA. This time, I wound up moving back and doing a deal with my cousin, Mr. Fred Martin, and God bless his soul. It was number destiny, and everything took off. That's when I did my solo career. My solo career took off. So I didn't do music for almost a year, but when I
Okay.
came back to LA, it was on and cracking.
Now,
Yes,
did you I know that was kind of like a hard time, and did you fall into that life of drugs, alcohol, when people go down, when you think nothing gonna happen, no more music? Did you fall into that? No.
never crossed my mind. Um, I've always been a strong-minded individual. Ever since my mama told me that ever since I was a little kid. Uh, Around when I was 12, I saw my father. He had started to drink a lot. My daddy drank. He was a beer. He's called beer holic. He drank beer. I seen him sit up and drink a whole 30 pack by himself. And I made a vow to myself at a very young age. Said I never want to be like that. Not saying that my daddy was nobody bad or nothing, wasn't a bad guy, but just I just saw the effects of it and what it does. And over the years, what happened to people when they drink. And definitely not smoking. I never wanted to be a smoker because I understand smoking affects your vocals,
Right.
your vocal cords, where you sing along with everything else. So with that in my mind, I was headstrong. I was like, no, I would never get caught up in that. No type of drug. And believe me, with Hammer, we was all around the world. I've seen it all from A to Z. I've seen them shooting up and snorting lines and everything you could think about. All that craziness.
Right.
But I never fell into it. Never was tempted, and I thank God for that. Never give me temptation to want. No matter what I went through, I said, God, some things I can't do nothing about. I'm just gonna leave it in your hands and make it better. And that's what happened. He made it better for me. I ain't never gotten that slump where I say, let me try that, bro. Let me hit that. Let me drink that.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
No.
I'm a natural high person. I'm like
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
younger,
Me too.
I used to think I
Yeah.
had ADD or something. I used to think I was super hyperactive. Cause I'm naturally high all the time. It's like
Right.
my level would be like, whoa, it'd be up here. It'd be up here. Yeah. But when I'm down, I'm down. I can't
Right.
hide it. I'm a Scorpio. You can see it on my face. You know something ain't right. You can feel it as
Mm.
well as I can feel stuff too. So,
Well, I'm gonna shout out to my artists, and I mean, not my artists, my audience. And before we get into talking back about your Southern Soul uh, adventure or journey, but anyway, salute to any artists rocking with us. Listen to Benito's journey. Salute to any DJs playing his music. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody's tuning in tonight here over at the Queen Kim Real Talk, where we keeping it 100. And Benito say, hey, I want to come on your show. I'm going to keep it 100. And that's what we finna do right now, because I want to know the difference of you been over there with the journey with MC Hammer and
mhm.
everything going over in there. What is the difference? And now you've been in Southern Soul. How do you compare it? What is the difference?
There's a night and day difference. Um, Southern Soul is more I would say it's notches down from the mainstream because everything in mainstream runs by a vehicle. And when in the industry, we call it the white horse. And once you get on that horse takes you to elements and places you never could think of, even dream about going. And it's a part of the system. That's why I tell a lot of young cats that I'm trying to, school them in the game of the music is that, brother, you ain't inventing no new wheel. The wheel has already been here and you ain't going to change nothing. You may be a new element to come into the game of music and do what you do, but you're not going to change nothing up, make no big change where they're going to change the way they think and what they do. My old CEO, Ernie Singleton, that ran Motown back in the day,
Okay.
Ernie told me, he said, until they, and the word, understand what I said, they, the word they means something. And you know what I mean when I say they, which run
Okay.
everything. Until
Right.
they make this genre of music a genre on the charts, which the charts is what you really go by, the Billboard charts. I've been on there several times. If you're not on the Billboard charts, then, you do what you do. We are, and people don't like to hear this, but a lot of Southern Soul is called the chitlin circuit. It is the chitlin circuit
It
because
is.
you do everything yourself. Um, you don't have those vehicles. You don't have the management, the promotional team, and everything like that because you can't afford to pay them. These people make their living off of that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to some of them. Come back. What I'm saying. When I first signed with MC Hammer, and Hammer set my contract in front of me and told me what I was going to get, I thought I was rich. Hammer said, "I'm going to sign you to a deal, Benito, and your deal is $350,000." I was 19 years old. To me, most of my friends I knew that was in baseball and football. That was a real good contract for the next 4 or 5 years. Them playing football and sports, broken up. So me, I said, "You finna give me this kind of money just for singing, man?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yes." He said, "And your advancement is going to be $100,000 to spend any way you want to." I said, "Man, you better stop it. I'm about to run up out of here." Can you imagine
That's
that with a kid that's 19 with no manager sitting there, no overseer, no advisors to tell you how to spend this $100,000? But Hammer made a suggestion to me, which made a lot of sense. He said, "Listen," he said, "I know you ain't never had this kind of money before. And I
right.
want to talk because I know you're from the country." He said, "You L square, you green as a grass outdoors. I'm not gonna mess you over on that." He said, "Benito, won't you spread your money out for the next 2 or 3 years and allow yourself an allowance? Pick a number that you want to get every month to live off of, and that's what you get paid out of your money. It's your money to do whatever. You can get it whenever you want to, but that way, until your album come out, you won't blow all your money and be broke."
Right.
When we talking about, "Hey, I need some more money," I'm like, "No, your money's given you," because a lot of cats don't understand about contracts. Once you sign that contract, everything you have after that is recoupable. That means they're gonna get their money back before they pay you any more
Right.
money. Once they give you that money, that's it. Until you prove yourself to be worthy or a part of the franchise. See, that's another thing. I was a part of the franchise. I wasn't just say, "Hey, let me just add it on." I was a part of the business, and I understood it. And after that, I started to learn. I started hanging around Hammer's brother, Louis Burrell.
Okay.
Taught me, he's still my mentor to this day. That told me about the business and learned how, handle myself in corporate America. Because I didn't know. I had no idea that anything was like that. That's why I tell artists all the time, man, learn the business part. The artistry part, that's easy. That's the easy thing. You're not the performing, sometimes singing, whatever. You got it, you got it. But the business side is where the real money is. Because a lot of times you don't see the people behind the scenes. And they make all the money. You out front, you the entertainer, you the star. But I've seen you see so many artists over the years that die broke. Great entertainers sold millions and millions of records and then wind up dying broke. How is it
Right.
possible? How is it possible? And how can they go around and live their life knowing they done mess you out of all this money and you ain't got nothing to show for it? You just blew it all. And it happens all the time. So I had to learn at a young age how to do it and manage. And right to this day, what I'm saying? I really ain't worked but 2 or 3 jobs in my whole life.
Oh,
Ever since I was 18, 19 years old.
yeah.
You
Two
know,
or three
and that was
jobs.
no longer than about 3 or 4 months. So Benito must be doing something right, huh? Do it look like I'm missing? Do it look like I'm missing in the meals?
No, teddy bear.
I'm not. Look, and I want people to understand this too. I'm not bragging. It's just know your business, man. Know what you got going on, and know what you're trying to do. Because everybody can do what you do, and you
Right.
can't. This singing thing for me is an additive. That's why I don't worry about anything, because I know I have a gift, and I know I have a lot of knowledge that keeps me where I need to be. And I'm not caught up in a time warp to where I don't follow the trends and the times and stay alert, because my kids keep me up on abreast of what's happening in society. 3-4 years ago, a lot of these artists that you see on Southern Soul now, they weren't even doing social media. A lot of them would tell me, I don't want to be on that. I want to be on Facebook. It's messy. But now you can't beat them for being on social media. You can't beat them for getting on, going live and Instagram, whatever. But I'm happy. I'm happy for that. Somebody got to break the barrier, so that's what it's supposed to be. Educate yourself and learn what you got going on, and you'll be better people at what you're doing.
Right, exactly. You teaching people the business, and another thing, what's the difference between these managers? Because I understand they got role managers.
Yes. Girl, get you some water.
I know, my sign is.
Yeah. The difference in managers is this. You have a role manager and you have a real manager. A role manager is a person, he can be your best friend, or your cousin, your sister, brother. That's the person that travels with you on the road and handles your everyday to day business, like keep a memo or log of what you're supposed to do throughout the day. Like, for instance, BENITO, we got to go to this radio station and go do the interview with them. We got to go over and do a meet and greet and a signing over here. You got to be at the venue at this time. We stay at hotel accommodations, or we stay at the Marriott. All that kind of stuff. They go in. You as an artist, you don't have to go in and do all that. They do all these things for you. Our manager, when they step in on the grounds that you're going to be a star, or they're going to make you a star. Either they're going to get you a deal, or you already have a deal, and they help to manage you on your deal that you already have. And their job is to make sure all of your paperwork and everything is straight. Well, you don't have to deal with the same way with a road manager, deal with promoters and stuff like that. You don't talk to them directly. Your manager talk to them.
Right.
Or your road manager handles some business for you sometimes. It depends on what it is. But in Southern Soul, you don't need all that. You can handle it yourself. You can handle a lot of yourself, because how you gonna pay somebody when you ain't making no money to pay yourself? So, a lot of artists, because I had to find out when I first got in, I said, okay, what y'all be charging to do shows? A new artist, Southern Soul, starting out, say, if you ain't known, nobody know you, whatever, $250, $300 off the rip. Okay. Some people are like, no. But these cats that come out with $500, $600, ask $500, $600. What justifies you asking for that type of money when nobody knows you, and you're not, I don't have a buzz for yourself, and you want me to give you $500 for something I don't know what I'm getting?
Right.
Because you haven't proven yourself. So sometimes it's cool to do promos, but eventually, after a while, you're not able to do promos no more. You have to advance. And if you don't advance, then you're in the wrong business. Get out of it while you're ahead, because you want to spend a whole bunch of money and wasting your time. I noticed a lot since I've been in Southern Soul, and when people come in, as long as you're on the same level as most of them are, you're fine, you're great. But as soon as you start to advance and go up that ladder to the next level, the hate start.
Ooh,
the crab in the bucket syndrome. The crab in the bucket syndrome. There they go. They grab hold to you. Either they don't want you to get ahead of them, or, or get too close to them. They'll play their role until it's time to move to the next level. Right. And we the worst of worst. The Black community is the worst of worst. I heard a guy say the other day, we're the only race of people that disrespect our elders and what we do, especially in the genre of music. You have to respect your elders to understand where you stand right now on the same grounds, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are. They broke the grounds for us. Like you talk about the greats, the Bobby Blue Blands, the Johnny Taylors, right. The Bobby Riches, and all of them, the Trailblazers. They made it possible. Your Denise LaSalle, your Betty Browns, all these ladies in the game, ladies and men. And if you notice, you look back in the past, most of them artists, they dress. I know you said when I came on, you looking dapper, Dan, and whatever. I learned this a long time ago. Presentation rules the nation. You have to know how you step out, how you look, because people are very, 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 talkative about how you look when you step out. He got on a jogging suit. Believe me, they'll crucify you. I mean, you ain't got to be GQ all the time. You can dress appropriately and look right. But a lot of these artists, they don't take time out to put on their clothes and dress and do what they do. Everybody can't do what everybody else do. When you reach a certain level of success, you have to dress the part and be the part. I was always taught that. That's why they are who they are. But everybody can't do what everybody else do. If they could, then everybody be a star. But you have to have a presentation. And you have to be humble. You have to humble yourself. I hear people tell me all the time, Benito, why do you do those? Man, you this, you that. I don't go off of that. I don't. See, we talked about the hammer stuff. Like, I don't bring it up because that's my past. And I was told this by TK. He said, they don't care about what you did in the past and in Southern Soul. It's about what you're doing now. As Janet Jackson said, what you done for me lately? No. Southern Soul is what you're doing. What you're doing now, baby. I care about what you did in the past. This Southern Soul over here. Right. So if you ain't bringing the heat and then with us, doing with us, then we don't want you over here. I was told that too when I first started. I said, but you don't dictate what I do.
Now, do you have any problems where people might want to say, what he on this flyer for? What he on this show for? Have you seen that a lot?
I done heard all of that. But I will say this, if they ask me and I saw them, I tell them, look, I'm on that flyer for a reason. And see, another thing a lot of artists don't understand, when a promoter calls you, that means that you have something to offer that they're willing to pay for. There's nothing wrong with artists calling a promoter, because I've even done it, to be on shows. If you feel like doing that, you do that. But you don't make it a habit to where that's all you do. If you're as good as you think you are, your talents will prove it. And all this stuff about you got to wait your time and it ain't your time yet, you got to do this. No. It's what you make of it. Don't ever let anybody talk you down and tell you what you can't do. Now, a lot of times, friends will lie to you. Your friends will lie to you to keep you from getting mad or whatever. I ain't never wanted that. I wanted my people to tell me the truth to my face. Let me know so I don't make that mistake. If I ain't good, let me know I ain't good. Like my manager, McMahon, Will, my man Willie. What's up, baby? You know I love you, bro. He would always watch me in my performance and say, hey, bro, you lacked tonight. Your energy was down, or you went a little flat here and a little flat there. You went here. I understand it. And that way you can go back and critique yourself. But a lot of times these people do records, just drop them and think that their record is a hit. Understand this, artists. Your record is not a hit until the fans say your record is a hit. Okay. Until the DJs say your record is a hit. Or radio breaks your record to make it a hit. I want a clear understanding. You need the fans as well as the DJs to play your records at these parties, as big shows or whatever they may be doing. Because if you ain't being heard, how anybody gonna know who you are?
Right.
And you also need radio. For the stations that do play Southern Soul and radio, you need radio stations. Because without the stations, the DJs, and the fans, you're just another singer.
Yeah, because
always remember that, y'all. Always remember that. And remember this. Not cutting you off. And to the promoters, and I'm a promoter myself. Okay. I know. As a promoter, promoters book artists by popularity. By fan base. By what the fans want. Some promoters pick, who they want to have on their show. But then again, you step out of the program as a promoter to a fan. Take promote off your name to a fan. You have some people out there doing shows that are fans of artists that do shows. Now then you have another step.
Now run that back now. What?
You have other people that's not considered to be a promoter. You have them, they are considered a fan that loves the music and then does shows. There's a difference in a real promoter and a fan. And there's another difference in a party planner that plans good at planning parties. So with that being said, the promoter only picks the artist by popularity and what they feel that they can be able to make a profit off of.
So
But a
they
lot of artists get
throwing
they get
parties.
frustrated.
They
Huh?
throwing parties.
Yeah, they throw parties. A lot of artists get frustrated about a lot of times they don't do any shows and they flies. And this is the defense about the promoters and people that put on these shows. You don't understand the money that goes into putting together a show, people. Let me tell y'all. A lot of y'all think that $300, $400, or $500 job they ask for $700, $800, whatever it may be, people come see you. It ain't all about you. You got to leave room for the promoter to make money. One of the biggest responsibilities of the promoter, first of all, he has to go out and rent the venue. Secondly, he has to hire security. Secondly, thirdly, he has to get the sound system together to do your party with. And let me say this too. A lot of people get it confused with making DJs sound men.
Nah,
There's a
it's two
difference.
different things.
A DJ is not a sound man, but a lot of promoters or party planners will hire a DJ to do their sound for them to cut costs, to save money.
Oh no.
Sometimes I ain't mad at it,
I know they
but
doing that, Benito.
oh yeah, they do it all the time. But at the same time, if a DJ ain't good with doing sound, you'll sound messed up there as an artist trying to perform because the level of music be too high, your vocals be too low, or your vocals be too high, and the music ain't loud enough. And you hear all that ooh, all that feedback. That's why when you do production shows, a real promoter does a show, he hires a sound man.
Right.
The DJ comes in and plugs into the sound system through the sound man and operates his sound off of the sound man. He's separated. He ain't running everything.
Right.
A lot of times the DJs that do parties or do shows, their mics, they don't check their batteries and their microphones. People get out there, you're supposed to put a fresh battery in your mic every time you do a show.
I can't stand a muzzling mic. Like
Yeah.
on the water. I don't like it.
Yeah. A lot of times, it's a lot of different things I see and I don't speak on. Like sometimes the way the artists hold the mic, the cone on the mic is there for a reason. That's why they make it, because what I call a microphone. They cover it up with their hand and muffle it. It don't make you sound no better. Actually, you're muffling the sound and you're working yourself harder. If you have a sound man that knows how to work the monitors in front of you with the music, you can hear what you're saying. And if you want to work as hard when you're singing, and you better sing, bring your hand up to hold it up to the bottom of the cone. Don't pretend over the cone, because sometimes the mics have a puffy thing over the top of the cone sometimes, right? That's automatically muffling it. But if they don't have it on there, you have a straight mic, don't muffle the mic like that. Hold it under there and sing. Your energy, your voice, it'll project. And the sound man hear you, he gonna get your levels right.
We'll hold it right here, close, way up to the mouth. Sometimes
you ain't got to. You can hold it down here. If the sound man know what he's doing, you ain't got to hold it that close. But I just want to say that. And you got some DJs that are good at what they do, and they get by, But a lot of times it shows. A lot of artists I know from the R&B side, they won't even come on and do no show if the sound ain't right. They get mad because it elevates your performance. Your performance is, look, this is your baby. I come and promote to do a show, but your sound ain't right, brother. It's crackerjack. The speakers busted. This ain't hey. It ain't that people be pre-bandanas. It's that I don't understand how they be getting mad sometimes when you know what you got going on, they don't. So who the professional here? Me or you? Why you ain't got your stuff together? See, back during the pandemic 2 years ago, everybody was throwing parties and shows. The money was flowing, baby.
Ooh, the money was flowing.
But I told a lot of people last year, I said, this is the year of revelation. Listen to what I said. The year of revelation. Not revelation, revelation. I said a lot is going to be revealed in the end of this year going into 2023. And you're going to see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it all manifested. A lot of things were revealed in 2022. The end, into the soul, and other things that you never thought you would ever see and happen. The hatred, the backbiting, the conniving, the
backstabbing.
All of that. And that's how we are as a people. It's always going to be around, no matter what you do. You're never gonna fix it, because we are bred like that. We were trained that way, and it's sad, but it's so true. We live in that society. But saying this to say that, you just keep on doing what you're doing and keep moving. and your talents will speak for themselves. And you eventually come out on top. That's it. That's all I got to say. I know 20 new artists just came out first of the year. You know, everybody doing something. I can do something, so I'm jumping up. It ain't as easy as you think it is. And then they get mad when they're not put on certain situations. I can do this. No, you can't. You lying to yourself. Your people done lied to you. You ain't got it. Stop it. No.
Right.
I can say that because I know how it really is. Some people agree, some people disagree. I don't really care because none of them ever dictated my success, what I was doing. I was told 2 years ago, situation happened, and I spoke on it, and it's like, man, you can't say that. You can't. What you mean I can't say that? What they gonna do? Who gonna stop me?
Who gonna
stop me? I am a recording artist. I do music. I record songs, not demos. I'm a real artist. I got real records. Yes. I got track records.
Yes.
I know people that never know. I know people that do. They know too, but they're not dealing with them. I want people to understand this, Miss Queen. Yes. Never take me as being arrogant. I am very confident. I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to prove anything to nobody, you know, because I know. I tell all artists, don't listen to these people telling you what you can't do and what you can't be a part of, because you can. They can't dictate who is going to book you and who not going to book you. They can try. There are hundreds of promoters in this world that would love to promote you and do things with you. Get online, look at it, look it up. It's several events you can be a part of. You ain't just got to do Southern Soul. You can get on other, there's festivals. Everything is coming back now. When COVID hit, everything shut down. And all we had was Southern Soul. Everybody stayed in. Everybody was getting it. Now, everybody's back. And you seeing the shift in the shows. Why they always got these same people on the shows? Because these are the ones just selling tickets. You do anything other than that, you're going to lose. Why take that gamble? You don't have the money you had 2 years ago. All the PPP loans, all of the extra money, the unemployment checks you was getting and all of that, that's not there anymore, that booster. So you have to be careful how you spend your money and who you book for these shows. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger, you know. DJ, and
Uncle Verge in the building. I'm shouting out some people. Verge.
Yeah. So I tell them all the time, man.
Miss Myrna, my sister.
I'm gonna tell you something else too, Queen. I know this to be true. Hammer used to always tell us and instill in us. He said, Benito, remind yourself of this. In this business of music, you may lose one fan, but you will gain 10.
Yes.
And along with that, he said, man, you're going to stay on top forever. Someone is always gunning for you to knock you off that #1 spot. When it's time, your time comes around, you will advance. Or you'll take your spot. It's been done. Who's the biggest artist in Southern Soul? The people they say they get tired of hearing it, this, that, but hands down, he has come out of left field just like Obama did when he ran for president. King George is the biggest Southern Soul artist. He put in that status. He did it. Yeah. He did. He dropped hit records. He's undeniable. You can't deny that. And what it did is put fire upon everybody behind to get up and get your stuff together. Do you hear the quality of his music? You hear the quality of his music? You hear the quality of his vocals? The brother can sing. Flatfoot sang. To me, sometimes he sounds like a preacher. He's a quartet all day long. People don't understand the types of music, the genres of music that's going on. It's quartet with gospel mixed in, flipped around to blues. Gospel ain't nothing but blues. I understand music, and a lot of people don't. They do trendy things like this and that, this and that. And a lot of songs that's out right now, they're all saying the same thing. You as a woman, you want to hear a love song. Mm-hmm. We've lost our sense of love and affection for our sisters out there as brothers. My next single that's coming out is called Just Want to Love You. It's a love record to women around the world. I'm singing to the women. Yes, ma'am. And believe me, it's a bad record. I ain't saying it just because it's my record. My producer name is Chris Roach out of Little Rock, Arkansas. That boy bad. It's a cold record. But That's what we got to get back to. We lost. It's so our kids, man, a young generation, they so numb. They think they know everything and don't know jack doodle. They don't know nothing.
Nothing.
How can you tell me something when you ain't never did nothing? You ain't reinventing nothing. You ain't doing nothing new. So learn from the OGs and vets. I'm an open book. Ask me, I tell you. I ain't gonna hide nothing from you. I'm not trying. I want you to learn. Because the more you learn, you can be able to teach somebody else. I'm not no old gatekeeper.
Everybody.
See, you got some in this business that's gatekeeper.
Everybody don't want to learn. Don't nobody want you to tell them nothing.
Yeah, you got some artists in this game that's gatekeepers too. I mean, for the biggest, they ain't gonna help nobody else do nothing. Because it's all about them. They trying to stay afloat. It is what it is. They feel like, I know, I talked to a couple of them. They feel that you got to get it how I got it. You got to go through the trials and tribulations, the sweat and blood and tears. Oh, and let me say this. Artists, 2023, handle your business when you're doing these shows with these so-called promoters sometimes. Make sure you do a contractual, actual contract. Put it in black and white. You sign and make them sign and tell them to send you a deposit. To all that word of mouth crap, you're going to be mad. You're going to be sorry. You're going to be sorry.
That's vice versa too for the promoters.
Yeah.
For the promoters with these artists.
Do contracts because it can cause a lot of bad blood, man. In 2023, we too smart for that now. Send my contract. I'm going to send you my contract over. You sign it. Give me my money and we straight. Because that way, if you decide to do or pull an okie doke, I got my money. And it's non-refundable unless you do. And make sure in your contracts, people, put in your contract, stipulate within this year, this contractual year, if you decide to move it to another date, something happens by act of nature, whatever, I will still honor it. But if you try to do it in the whole next year, hang it up, baby. Last year prices ain't this year prices, as Fat Joe say. No. Look, as my dancer said, Black Cowboy. Everybody want to be David Ruffin, but don't nobody want to be the Temptation. I'm gonna leave that right there. Go ahead.
Right. Shout out to Valor Brand. Yeah, that's right. Everybody, you look better when you bring or help others. You get your blessings, but don't nobody want to do
it. Let me ask you a question, Queen. Name me how many artists you know that in Southern Soul that helping other artists right now, putting them on.
Now I know Sir Charles Johnson. Well, he signed. He had an artist. He got an artist. He putting them on, working with him. Bad News, News Williams, Sir Charles Jones.
News is my guy, but News is a rapper. News is not a singer. News is a rapper. He know that, but he's in his lane. He does what he does.
He in his lane. So you saying, yeah.
My guy Tucker has Fat Daddy and Mr. Smoke. But other than that, I don't know of any other artists in Southern Soul that's on top doing a thing that's doing anything for putting other artists on. Everybody's for self.
Everybody's self.
Look around the industry. You can see it. Yeah. And this is a very, very selfish game. I've had cats the promoter say, I do the show for this. Oh, who you got? You got BENITO on there? Oh, I do it for this price instead of that. And promoters will go for it to save money. And I have to pay you what your price is. Artists, if you feel like you're worth what you're asking for, stand on it. That's the only way you're going to be who you are. Sometimes it's always compromise. You can always compromise and meet them in the middle, have a compromising spot. But if you feel that you done got to a certain level in your career and these promoters are playing you on your price, you ain't got to do it. Everybody can do what everybody else do. You ain't got to do it. You can wait. And your time may come and it may not. Or I tell artists this all the time. Get together and throw your own shows. See how it is. Get your feet wet.
Yeah, right.
Get together. Put your own show on. Right. Invest your own money. Then you got to talk about you sitting around waiting for somebody to call you or book you for a show. You put on your own show. It's enough of us in this Southern Soul gang. We can call each other, we would say friends, but associates or whatever. Hey, bro, I'm doing this show over here. I want you on my show. How much you going to charge me for it or whatever? Yeah. Are you available for that date? Let's share this money, man. Let's make this money together. And I noticed it too about Southern Soul. It's a lot of cliques. If you're not a part of a certain clique, then people don't deal with you. Oh well, that's how life is. So what?
And you can't get mad. That's how that
That's
is.
right.
They get
Do what
mad.
you do and do what you do best. Everybody gonna like you, and everybody ain't your friend.
Right.
You have a lot of smiling skin and grin in your face, and as soon as you walk off, they're stabbing your back. But I like I said, I ain't Billy Badass, but I don't take no mess from nobody. And I say what I say, and that's it. And I leave it there because I know who I am, whether they like it or not. My grandpa always taught me, hey, they may not like it, but they're gonna respect it. Or better yet, they'll get over it.
Now you
And that's
got
real
this
talk.
song. You got this song called "Messy Ass Men." You
Yes,
find that true in Southern
it's
Soul.
very true. Oh my God, yes. Man, I
They
give
messy.
big shout
They more
out to
messier
my
than the
girl.
women. Are they more messier than the women?
Well, you know, mystically speaking, women were real messy for a while. But our new man of today has transcended into something else. You know, they watered us down and got a lot of the brothers, you know what I'm saying, kind of soft and real tender, you know what. And it's like I get a credit to that song. I wrote that song because a good friend of mine by the name of Ferrari Fox that was on radio station in Shreveport, Louisiana, 102, Ferrari Fox. But now she's down in Alexandria.
Okay.
Ferrari, she gave me that idea to do that song. She said, Benito, you need to write a song about these old messy ass men. I said, yes, ma'am. She told me, said, if you write that song, boy, I'll put you in heavy rotation. I said, okay, let me get on it. 2 weeks later, I had it. I called my boy Humming Boy over there in Leland, Mississippi. Humming Boy, I need a record, man. The name of the record called Messy Ass Man. He said, boy, I got a verse all ready for that. I said, do you want to be on the record? He said, yeah. You want to be on your record? I said, yeah. I said, man, let's do it. I drove over to Leland, Mississippi. It's only 2 hours away from where I'm at. On a Saturday, me and Humming Boy sit down in the studio, knocked it out, laid it down. I said, boy, I think we got something.
It's
And that was
hot.
my second, that's my second biggest record, well, third biggest record I had out of Southern Soul. My biggest record is Guatemala. My second biggest record was I Done Messed Up. And my third biggest record is Messy Ass Man.
Let's hear that messy ass man. We hear a little bit of it.
Go ahead.
Let's do that. We're talking to Benito Glosson, Southern Soul. He's breaking it down, everything from the R&B side to his Southern Soul, his experience. What's the difference? What's the do's or don'ts? Hey, it's from his viewpoint. But we finna listen to his song, Messy Ass Man. He made with a collaboration featuring Humming Boy. Where y'all messy ass man at?
Tell me why you always running your mouth, but nothing good to say about nobody. Always talking down every time you come around with the same old frown. I really don't want you around. See, you're worse than a woman. I think you got a stick between your legs. Everybody name in your mouth. I'm sitting here shaking my head. Now how can you tell he's lying? His mouth is moving. If it's one thing in this world, you know I can't stand. It's a messy ass man. Messy ass man.
Come on, Humming Boy.
Why you so nose in other folks' business?
It's the Humming Boy.
Running around town looking for a witness. Listen, you messy, janky, acting like it's that time of the month. You crazy. Listen, your attitude stanky. See, you're worse than a woman. think you got a stick between your legs. Everybody name in your mouth. I'm sitting here shaking my head. How can you tell he's lying? His mouth is moving. One day in my life, I can't say.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
woo, them the worst kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
then
like
you
kicked up
said,
now. It's on steroids now. It's time 10. You know what? This is something I've seen happen in the last 6 to 8 months. Cause I had an incident that happened to me last year where, you know, in Southern Soul, if you come off the scene for a while, you lose momentum. I noticed that to be true. You need to get back in that seat, crawl back in that seat, and get back jumping. Because, like I said, everything is off of you. You making it happen. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for you. You got to make it happen on your own. And throughout that time, I was sitting back watching. Every other week, some mess was going on in Southern Soul. Somebody arguing about this. Somebody arguing about that. Everybody inboxing everybody. Did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see this? Did you see that? I was like, man, when will it ever end? Then just when you think it's uncooled off and got cool, right back with something else. And everybody run to Facebook with it. And I must admit, I was a product of that a year and a half or two ago. And but I feel like what I did need to be said. And I left it there and I left it. I never said nothing else about it. And some people just keep it going to the point where you don't even want to hear it no more. You try to stay away from it and stay clear. I had a friend.
uh-huh.
His name is Rich. He called himself Rich. Actually, it's Calvin Richardson's baby brother.
Oh yeah,
Rich Count. You know Rich
Rich
Count?
D, Rich D, D
Yeah,
Rich.
Rich Count. Yeah.
No, I think it's D
And
Rich. Yeah.
yeah, D Rich. Yeah, D Rich. We spoke and he showed me love, respect me who I am, and I respect who he is too. And he's Calvin baby brother. But I asked him, why you ain't come over to Southern Soldiers and Southern Soul Music? He said, man, no. He said, man, it's too much stuff be going on, it's too messy. I like, what, for real? He said, yeah, man. He said, maybe too much going on. He said, I see it. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm gonna stay away. And that's what a lot of artists do. They see it from what be going on. A lot of times, I would say it's always the fans. Most times it's the fans. Then sometimes it's the artists. Then sometimes it's the DJs. You be like, man, when will the madness stop? I don't think it'll ever stop. I think it's just gonna be a situation that'll keep on going on forever. All you gotta do is get in your where you are and do what you do and keep it moving. And pray for the best. Because it don't care what you do, whether you do good or bad, people
Man,
gonna talk about you.
they gonna talk.
They're gonna ridicule you, and like same way, people may talk about your show, and you ain't did nothing but try to help artists to be greater and putting them and getting a platform to come talk. The same way I do on my show, the Teddy Bear Show. I did all of them. I did a lot of things, but one thing I did learn about Southern Soul is a lot of monkey see, monkey do. There's a whole bunch of monkey see. There's a whole bunch of monkey see, monkey do. I see you, I'm gonna do it, and some of them just mess it up.
They
You
messing
can't
up.
do what everybody else do, man.
You
Women,
can't do
sit
it.
down somewhere.
You can't do
Be
it.
original. Have
Stay
your
in your
own
lane.
vision. And do what you do. Stop copycatting. Everybody's the same. We went to work doing nothing. Everybody be great. Try to be original, man.
Try to be original. All right. Now, I want to, you know what? I wanted to play that Zydeco song. I love Zydeco, but that's all right. It was,
Yeah.
what was your other highest? Uh-oh, you said it. The
Messed
name of,
up. I done messed up.
I done messed up. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we got a lot of that going on too. Because I got to let my ladies, because I know I got probably more ladies in here. I done messed up. Because we got a lot of that going on too, huh, ladies? Y'all throw some hearts
Yeah.
up. We listen to Benito. I got to get this song, I done messed up. Because they doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wrote that record off of people's relationships I've seen. Everybody say, you must have went through that. I'm like, nah, I've seen other people go through it. And I wrote about it. That was my vision.
All right. And we appreciate all the good music over the years. We
Thank
finna
you.
listen to Benito. I done messed up.
Thank you, sir.
Have you ever loved somebody knowing the situation was wrong? How did I get here? I'm about to leave my happy home. See, my feelings for you, baby, they're so very strong. I'm so tired of sticking and cheating. Sooner or later, we gon' get caught. I'm crazy about my old lady, but I just can't leave you alone. And it's like you put a root on me, and I just can't shake it off. You see, I done messed up, I done messed up, but I'm so damn hooked on you. I done messed up, I done messed up. Tell me, baby, what I'm supposed to do. I done messed up, I done messed up. The situation is blowing my mind. I done messed up, I done messed up. I guess I could turn back the hands of time. See, I can't blame nobody because it's all my fault. If I never cross that line, messing with that married woman.
I just wanted to do the honors of playing a little bit of that. I done messed
All
up.
good.
Now,
Appreciate it.
when you're writing your writing skills, what do you think you're best at when with the flow of your writing?
Well, first of all, like I said, I hear melodies or I hear lines in my head. And it's like I write abstract. I didn't say I write backwards, but I write abstract. My first verse might be my second verse. It depends on how I feel about it. And I envision it. And I write the lines as I see them in my mind or as they come out of my mouth. Because a lot of times I can freestyle something and I have to write it down and remember it before I write it down to remember it because I forget it. And then remember the melody and the way that I sung it because I understand how to ride tracks and how to, the flow of the record, the progression and all that kind of stuff. It's just the art to all of this. A lot of people don't know. 'Cause like I know a lot of times I listen to Southern Soul, they sing one way.
Yeah.
And it's almost like elementary rap, ABC. Sometimes
Oh,
the wordings they use,
oh,
but sometimes they get the point across, sometimes they don't. They be like, did he just say that?
oh.
Wow. It make you laugh because you were like, no, okay. But they being creative. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, you know. But
That
yeah, I
was
get my creative,
fascinating.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get my creative thoughts, man, from basically visually thinking and I just write.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Okay. That's a real songwriter.
Yeah.
Real songwriter. Talk about before I let you go. I want you to let people know what songs with MC Hammer that you were singing on. Can you name those songs that so that my audience can go back and listen to those songs now since they see the face and now they can
Yeah.
say, "Oh, that's that guy." Could you name
Yeah.
those songs?
Well, I said from the beginning, the first record I ever done with Hammer was with 357. It's a record called Wild and Loose.
I
We
love
like it.
that one. That's
We
my
like it wild and
song.
loose. That was my very first record I ever done with him and the girls. My next record was Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him on the remix. Then we went into the production of Too Legit to Quit. And on Too Legit to Quit, I did 7 records. I'm featured on 5. The biggest record on that album is Do Not Pass Me By with me, Hammer, and Tremaine Hawkins, the gospel great Tremaine Hawkins. Next record would be Gaining Momentum which I helped co-write this song along with Hammer. The next record probably would be Living in the World Like This. Hammer said that was the best record we did together. He loved the record more than all the records we did together. Count It Off. Find Yourself a Friend. This Is the Way We Roll. The regular version and the remix. You see the video on YouTube. I start the video out singing on the remix. And there's one more, the 7th record I can't think right off. I said Count It Off, didn't I?
Yes.
It's one more. I can't think right. It's not popping in my head. But I'm on there. You look on the back of the credits, you'll see my name. MC Hammer. He had me as not featuring. He said introducing BENITO because he's about to put my album out.
Right.
I was about to do my album, but I never released the album with Hammer's label. I was signed to Busted Records for 4 years, but I never released my own record through Busted Records. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. I did all them records with Hammer, but in the total about 10 records, 11, and he never released a single on me. I didn't release my first single until I left Hammer, and I signed with a guy by the name of Joe Iskro in LA. And I got that deal through my good friend Larry Blackman. You remember Larry Blackman, the guy from Cameo? Word up! What a big jock, the big red jock strap.
With the hair?
Yeah, the big hair, the big high top fade, and yeah, and the red jockey strap on all the time.
Right.
Him, me and Larry, that's my partner. Larry got me signed to them, and I stayed with him for 2 years. And after that, I left Raging Bull and signed with Ernie Singleton, which Ernie Singleton wound up linking up with Bob Johnson, the first black billionaire of America, BET. And I signed the BET record.
You signed the BET records?
Yes. It's the first record label Bob Johnson had ever done. And he couldn't go public with it until we did the thing at Disney World on Treasure Island. You go look on my page, my YouTube page, you'll see it where I performed, opened up for Destiny Child, Jay-Z, Tony Braxton. There was a gang of us down there, Robert Townsend. Everybody you can name in the business, they were there. So, and my good friend Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert was doing 2 songs for me. God rest his soul in peace. I miss Gerald. And I was also in the process of getting a remix done by my song that's out now called He Say, She Say.
Okay.
Guess who's going to do the remix for me? We had paid him $125,000 to do it.
What? Wait.
R. Kelly.
Baby, don't you say it.
Kels was getting ready to do my remix and put me back out and introduce me as like his not little brother, like his cousin, BENITO. There's no telling where I would be now if R. Kelly would have done that record for me.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I had that opportunity. But some situations happened with the label. The label did some things that was not cool, and it messed my deal up. It had nothing to do with me. See, that's the thing about it in business. When people make bad business decisions and do other things without your control, the artist suffers because you're at the hands of them. Because they had it on a whole nother level. So that's what I would say about it. But, you know, I would tell everybody out there in Southern Soul, if you believe you can do it, baby, do it. Hey, you're your biggest fan. Remember that. You're your biggest fan. If you don't make it happen, ain't nobody that's going to do it for you.
Got to have your business right, though.
Yeah. Have it together.
Got to have them. Because they will eat you. They will tear you up. They will tear you up out here.
Can I say something right quick?
Yes.
I want to send a shout out to my people, everybody out there, all my fans, everybody that love BENITO, that support BENITO and have supported BENITO from day one, and even the ones now. We're having a big show coming up January the 21st in Monroe, Louisiana, in which my good friend, we're shooting a video for it too. I'm going to do the Teddy Bears Out of Bounce remix with my good friend Cupid. Cupid also is going to release a new video he did with Talkbox, that Slow Jam song he got. Y'all go listen to that too. Cupid is the man with the biggest record in line dance right now, Flex, and the Cookout, and all that good stuff. Cupid, S. Dot, BENITO, and Fat Daddy in Monroe, Louisiana, next Saturday, January 21st, at the Monroe Civic Center. Big birthday bash for LaShawn and my manager, the Milkman, my boy Big Willie Will, on the ones and twos, Scott Banks from 101.9 FM, Monroe, Louisiana, and also DJ Nook is also the 1 and 2s. So y'all come on out, man. I'm the host of the show. I'm gonna be performing too. So come on out and enjoy with us, man. on Saturday, January 21st, y'all.
All right. Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah,
Benito Glosson. St-
yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find your music. Anything else? TikTok, anything, Instagrams.
My music is all of my music is on Apple Music. It's on Spotify, on all social media outlets. I want y'all to follow me. Please follow me on my TikTok page. It's Benito Gloss on TikTok. And I just started going on TikTok more than I do on Facebook now. TikTok, I'm in love with it. I love it. The
Okay.
opportunities on TikTok are way greater than Facebook. Facebook trying to catch up with them, but they're a little far out ahead of them. So like I say, I like to keep up with technology.
Right.
And my Facebook page, regular page, Benito Glosson. I also have Benito the artist page. So look up Benito. You see my picture on there with the white hat on.
Yeah,
Looking like that in
that's
the
you.
picture. And I have a group page called the Teddy Bear Southern Soul page.
Right.
The Teddy Bear Southern Soul R&B and Gospel page. So I got 3 pages on Facebook. I also have Instagram under Benito Glosson. So look me up, follow me, y'all. I don't do Twitter no more. I deactivated my account
Okay.
because Twitter is boring. But TikTok is what's popping.
Now,
I'm
some
telling y'all.
people. Now, I want you before you go. I want to tell you because you talk about you the teddy bear,
Yes,
Zaddy, and you got all kind of names, specifically the teddy bear. But
yes,
you didn't want to take from Gerald Levert.
yes.
So what did you do? What did you do? You did a very special thing, and you did what?
Before I took on the name of the Teddy Bear Southern Soul, I called Gerald's sister, Mika, and I asked her, I said, do you think the family have a problem with me using your name? Just out of respect. I said, I understand that Gerald was the velvet teddy bear, but I want to be the teddy bear Southern Soul. You think there'd be a problem? She said, no. But Nito, come on, man. You family. Go ahead. Yeah, do your thing, man. Look, it's another genre of music anyway. So Gerald would love that. He'd probably laugh it off and say, but Nito, go ahead, man. Do your thing. You know? And I'm still cool, real cool too, with Joe Little. That's another one of my good friends from the Rude Boys.
Okay.
Joe, Joe Nim was like, yo, he said, what's up, Teddy Bear? Every once in a while, Hammer holler at me, talking about, I be seeing you, Teddy Bear. I don't say nothing, but I be seeing you, Benito, Teddy
Okay.
Bear.
Cool.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what
So I
about
still come say, to communicate with Hammer and everything. And a lot of people in the industry, they like, yo, so you the Teddy Bear now? Huh? We don't say nothing, but we see you. I'm like,
What
yeah,
about my girl, sweet wait, let me sweet Lady T, sweet LD. Wait a minute. Get the Tell me their names how it goes. Sweet,
Terrible T and Sweet LD.
that's
I
oh
thought you
them
were gonna talk about. I thought you were
girls.
gonna talk about. I thought you were gonna say Sugar T. That's E40
No,
sister. I did a video with her, a song with her. It's out. It's on YouTube too. It's called "Do
okay,
You Love?" Yeah, "Do You Love Me?" You see it in there with me.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. Man, I'm
yeah.
so glad you stopped by. It was an honor. It was an absolute honor. How do
I
people
thank you for
say?
having me, man. I thank you for having me. Thank you. And I want everybody to check out my page. I'm gonna be going live with a lot of other entertainers and my good friends in the business and talking to them this year. I got a chance to speak to one of my old friends last week, Mr. Steve Russell. Mr. Steve Russell, the lead singer of Truth.
Okay, ooh,
Spread my wings and fly away to a
okay,
place that I long for. Yeah. So Steve will be coming on my live soon. We talked about
okay.
it. We doing some work right now together. So we're
Y'all
working on
check
something.
that out. Y'all
Yeah,
check
yeah,
that out. And
yeah. Believe that.
but that song you finna do with Cupid, that Zydeco.
Yes.
Hey, I'm ready for that one. And
Teddy Bear's out of
also
Copenhagen.
a new song you said you was finna push
Just
out.
wanna love you. Just wanna love you.
Y'all be looking out for that. Thank you, Benito Blossom, for rocking with your girl, Queen Kim. And you just kept it 100. Thank you. I
Thank you
appreciate
for
the
having me
love.
on. I appreciate your love. Big shout out to the BR, baby. Believe that. Louisiana, Boot State, stand up, baby. You
Hey,
heard me? Yeah. All my
they
people
better
down in the
know.
class in Metairie. I love y'all. I love y'all, family.
Thank you to Benito. And I'll be seeing you, hopefully, I hope I'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Real
ma'am.
soon. All right.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have a good night and keep God first and God bless you.
Amen. Believe that. Always.
Hey, we've been talking to the Grammy nominated Benito. Absolutely a beautiful journey, rough, goods and bad, but it's his journey. He told it, he kept it 100. And I just thank y'all for tuning in and staying and listening. Shout out to Cassandra, to me, to to Map. Oh Lord, Miss Wilson. Shout out to Miss Wilson, Lady Boss Evans, everybody, Haley Quinn, everybody, Anissa Ward, everybody was rocking with us. I hope y'all enjoyed his journey. And also, before y'all, I want y'all to have a blessed weekend, and thank y'all. And come back next week, next Thursday, 8 p.m. for the next artist. I promise you, it's going to be a good one. Y'all have a good night. And like I say, keep God first and keep a smile on your face. Good night.